Hey, I'm Mel, and this is part 2 of my 30 pieces of wisdom before 30. The other one's linked in the comments. Okay, so let's talk finances. Something I started doing in 2017 or 2018 was doing a yearly financial snapshot, and I highly recommend you do the same. I typically do this at the end of the year or at like the very beginning of the new year when I'm doing like goal setting and things like that. And basically it's just an overview of you, and if you have a partner, your partners as well, like your household's financial situation. So this is literally just a page somewhere. I usually do it at the back of my agenda for that year because I end up keeping it. And you outline any assets, debts, and subscriptions that you or your partner have. So for assets, I'll write down all bank accounts that I or he have, our investment portfolio, where that's at. Like I'll go through it first and just write down all the things. So like TD checking, TD savings, whatever, like each bank account, and just write them out. And then I'll go back and I'll write what the amount is in those things at that time. And then I'll do the same for debts. So including if we have a mortgage, how much is left on that? If we are paying monthly expenses on things for the house like utilities or paying off the car, how much maybe you owe student loans, any credit cards that you might have and how much you owe on them, and anything else, big or small. Even if you owe somebody like $200, write it down. And then lastly, you want to capture any subscriptions that you have. So again, you might have to like look through your credit card statement to get a good overview, but big or small, put them in there. Things like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Xbox, I don't know, that was one that he had last year. If there's anything that you're paying monthly, even if it's like, I don't know, if you pay to have a personal blog and you pay like a monthly amount, like whatever it is, any subscriptions, put it in there. And then put how much it is each month. And that's basically it. But why is this a good thing to do? Subscriptions, it's a great way to force yourself to periodically, at least once a year, if you're not already doing it more, take a look at what subscriptions you have and then look at if there's some things that you could cut out. Or if there's things that's going to auto-renew and you're going to end up having to pay more than you initially signed up for, it's a great way to catch those. More than that though, it's something that you can look back on years down the line and you can see just how far you've progressed over time. Without thinking about it, you're like making yourself aware of how much you owe and how much you have, and then you're going to work to better that for the next year. And then years later, you can look back and see how far you've grown and how far you've come, and it is really satisfying, especially when you're in your 20s and there's like so much growth that can happen. Follow for the next 28.